Good afternoon. Today's date is November 5th, 2025. Time is 4:05 p.m. Now I'm coming at you with another update in regards to Uber Black. I'm here in the city today and probably can only work the city. Airports were an issue for me over the last week or so, and I'll let you know in a few what that was about. Well, anyway, another update as far as a warning as to what people who operate in Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, specifically Ronald Reagan airports, Dulles airports, and of course you need to check your own state as far as the regulations for airports in those states as well. But what I came up, the problem I came up with is I was waiting at the TNC lot over at Dulles airport. Now I drive Uber Black, so I was cleared by Uber. They ask you, and I've gone over all the requirements that you need in order to be approved to drive. One of the requirements that you need, not so much to drive with Uber, but to access the airports. And I would think that Uber would include this in there. You need to have this package before we put you online, or you need to have this permit before you are put online, and that is the limo permit that is required by the area airports. Now, I wasn't aware of it, and it should have been something, when they ask you for all your paperwork, that should be a requirement. Otherwise, they don't put you online. The reason being, if you go into these TNC lots and you don't have that limo permit and you don't know, they'll give you a ticket. The ticket, you have to go to court. I guess it all depends on the officer. They could give you a warning, and then, of course, you can go get it. But as far as I was concerned, I was at the TNC lot at Dulles Airport, just pulled in there waiting for a request. An officer pulls up behind me while I'm in the parking lot and informs me I do not have a permit. And of course, I responded that I didn't know I needed a permit for the airports. I was already cleared by Uber. And of course, he cites me a ticket right away. Doesn't give me a chance. Well, he gave me a little chance to explain, but he wasn't fazed by my explanation. So then this ticket, I have to go to court sometime in January, taking time out of my day to go and do all that, when he could have probably just given me a warning, and that would have sufficed. Well, the impossible happened about a week later. I was just dropping off some friends at the airport over at Reagan Airport this time. I wasn't in a for-hire capacity. I was going down into D.C. to do Uber. And then the same police officer, for some reason, was there as well. He pulls me over. He tells me, hey, I warned you already. You need to get a permit. I said, look, I'm not working, dropping people over at the airport, either for Uber or Lyft, or for my own company. I'm just dropping off friends because I'm on my way down to D.C. Well, he didn't buy that, and he called over his supervisor, and believe it or not, these guys gave me a citation, a trespass citation. Guess how long the trespass citation is for? 1 year. From the time of the citation, I got a trespass citation where I cannot personally enter the airport either at Ronald Reagan or Dulles Airport for 1 year. Why? Because obviously this was he considered it a second notice, which I wasn't soliciting. And of course, on the citation, it says that I was soliciting, and I was not. So I'm in the process of appealing this, and hopefully things will go well and I'll be back in business again. But all this is to say that make sure that if you're driving Uber Black in Washington, D.C., get that limo permit first before you go to the airport. Even though Uber may send you there, still, get it first. It doesn't take that much. I think for vehicles for hire, it's $250 for the permit. But the TNC drivers, the guys who are not for hire, do you want to know what their rate is as far as how much it costs them for their permit? $5,000. Okay, so double think whether or not you want to be an Uber driver in this area, because these guys are, squeezing you left and right. Well, good enough. That's my update for today. A little bit of a warning, my story. Appreciate you listening, and I'll hit you back another day. Thank you. Have a good day.